Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Ellie. This is Planning and Finances. So today I just wanted to sit down and do a catch up with you guys. So the last time you see me would have been in January, and I was talking about our mortgage overpayments and where we were so far and our plans for this year and next year. But even a bit before that, I hadn't really been posting as regular, and I had two of you message me on Instagram, asking me, how have I been, where have I been, any updates. So I thought this was the best video to get the ball rolling again, get used to being on camera again and talking to you. So I'm going to break it down into like 3 areas I think is the best. Number one is kind of the main reason why I haven't been filming and stuff as much, and it's more the personal side of things. So going back to work full time, and then ended up in December, I ended up sick, and I ended up in hospital having emergency surgery. So I'll go through all that experience with you. Then the financial side of things, like how that has impacted our finances and what we've been doing and what we're hoping to do now in the future. And then the third one is the attic conversion, because a few people have actually messaged me saying, hey, is your attic finished yet? Do you want to share? So I was like, oh god, yeah, because I was halfway through sharing with you guys the journey on, renovating the attic. So we'll start with the personal side of things and kind of how everything happened and evolved. I had started a new job in August, gone back working full time, and it was a full-on busy job. The learning curve of the job is actually quite large, and it was taking up a lot more of my time than I actually suspected when I was going back to work. But I was really enjoying the role. It was very flexible. I could work from home, I could work in the office, and I could kind of choose what days I was going in. So it was really nice. And then one day I wasn't feeling well. I rang my boss and said, I'm actually going to go to the doctor. And I went to the doctor and she goes, you're going to have to go to A&E. I think it's your appendix. And I was like, no, really? And she was like going, yeah, unfortunately. I went into hospital, I went into A&E, and they were like, yeah, we think it's your appendix, so you're gonna have surgery. And I was like, oh, when's that? And they're like, in about 6 hours. I was like, what? They were like, yeah. Guys, I think I was just in shock. I was just unbelievable. It just happened so suddenly. I thought I was honestly going to go to the doctor and get an antibiotic. I just wasn't expecting this at all. The pain then did get worse as the day went on, so I could see why surgery was like, yeah, it's going to happen pretty soon. I went into surgery to have my appendix removed. They told me surgery would be about an hour. The nurse woke me up in recovery and explained to me that it was now like 9 in the evening or something, and I'd been in surgery for over 5 hours. That when they opened me up, there wasn't actually an issue with my appendix. I had an infection in my body, and that was beside my appendix. And what happened was the infection was spreading and it was irritating my appendix. So my appendix then became inflamed. So it was actually lucky that my appendix did start paining so much and bring me to surgery, because they wouldn't have found this otherwise. So this was all very shocking. Yeah, it was so hard to explain. I was just totally out of it. For the next 2 or 3 days, 2 days I'd say, I was bed bound. I was on really strong antibiotics, painkillers. When people say keyhole surgery, guys, they make it sound like it's something simple and recovery will be so much quicker. It's not. Oh my god, people, if you have had keyhole surgery, oh my god, it's not a nice recovery. But in any way, the main thing was the antibiotics. They were extremely harsh, but I needed them to completely clear up the infection and make sure everything was okay. So all I was thinking was in hospital was, am I going to get home for Christmas? You know, I need to get home for Christmas. And then on the other side of it, I've got a lot of open orders on my Etsy shop, and I'm not going to get out of here on time. And this kind of hit me at the time when I was in the emergency room, and I was in the emergency room messaging people going, hi, I'm going to have to refund your order. I am so sorry. I felt awful because I knew quite a few of them were gifts for people. So I wasn't sure at this time when I was in A&E in the emergency department if I was even going to get home to complete the orders or not complete the orders, but as it worked out, that was definitely not going to happen. So I had to refund quite a lot of orders, and then there was a few people who were like, I'm okay to wait, it's just for me, they're not gifts, you know, thank you very much, we understand, which was amazing. Then there was a few orders that were planners. So with the planners, I don't have to do any personalization on them, so they could be shipped out. And I was there like on video phone with my husband going, okay, open this drawer, see that wrapping, okay, wrap that. There's the postage labels, okay, here's the website, do you see the addresses? You know, and I was talking him through it. So all the physical like life planners were dispatched, they were sent out. But the personalization and the binders, I realized like it really all depended on me being able to do it. And it kind of made me think like, you know, I need a backup here. I need to train in somebody that's going to be able to do the orders if anything like that happens to me again, you know. And not even me, like if something happens to one of my children, or you know, maybe if I'm away on holiday and I'd like to have somebody. So I think that's something that I'm going to look into, and I still haven't managed to do it yet, but it's on the list. We'll put that on the ever-growing list. So that was kind of what happened. I came out of hospital and I was off work till the start of February. So it was actually a much longer recovery than I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, guys. Like, I don't know if it's an Irish thing or if other people, but I'm just like, I'll be grand. Sure, I'll be up and running in no time. And that just wasn't the case, you know. I was lucky. Christmas morning I was feeling okay, and I went downstairs with the girls and we had, you know, the morning, and they got to open their presents. But after like I'd say about an hour, I had to go back upstairs and lie down. My husband brought me up Christmas dinner to the bedroom and that. But after a few weeks I was fine. I was up and about, I was grand, and all was well mostly. So in February then I went back to work, and it has been madness since. So that's how you guys got a video in January. Like by the end of January I was starting to feel a bit better. I was up and around, like moving about a lot more. So I was able to make one or two videos, and I was, you know, doing one or two things on the website and social media, you know, and I was getting back into the groove of things. I really enjoyed it. But I went back to work and that was just knocked on the head, like completely. During the time that I was off sick, my boss had also left her job. So I work in a finance department, so I do the accounts, and the company that I work for has different companies. And so myself and my previous boss were working on this company. So I ended up at sick, and then she left. So then there was nobody doing the accounts for my company. So there was people covering from that worked on the other companies, and they were covering and doing as much as they can, but it was year end and it was mental. I can't even imagine what they were going through. So when I came back then, it was catch up on all this work. A lot of work to catch up on. and I have been doing that since. So on my first month back to work, I worked ridiculous hours, and that meant then that my finances at home didn't get looked at all, because when I was off sick, I was like, oh yeah, I'll catch up with our budget, I'll start our budget again, and no, that didn't happen. And then with working so much and spending hours, like up 14-hour days on spreadsheets, I was not opening my own personal laptop at the end of the day and doing my own budget. I had no idea what my ESB bills were, my gas bills were. I had no idea how much petrol went into my cars. Like, and this is something that I used to be so on top of. Like, I would know how many units of electricity and gas we used a month. I would know how many miles we drove in our car on a monthly basis. So it gave me an idea of our spending for our home. And especially when we went down to one income, because I was like, going, okay, where could we save some money so that we can still enjoy the nice things in life? But during this period of time, all that went out the window. The only thing that managed us keeping afloat was that I was back working and we had my second income. So we knew that our income was well covering all our bills. And we have our accounts set up, like, we have like our accounts, everything is set up so it's mostly automated. So we have a joint account and all the bills comes out of that account, and money, it goes automatically into that account every month. So it comes directly from our current accounts into that account. So we definitely know all our bills are taken care of, and all the food, because we also put money into that joint account for food and petrol, basically anything that's for the home. And then me and my husband use our own cards if we want to get ourselves at personal. So we were kind of set up that way. That was okay, but I haven't put into my sinking funds. I haven't put into my savings. The girls' savings, I would normally manually transfer money into their account every month, but I'm setting up investments accounts for them. So I was like, oh, I'll hold off and I'll set up automatically transfers for that. But those investment accounts haven't been set up either, so I seriously need to get onto that. And the investment account that I had talked about in my last mortgage video that I was going to set up to save money to make a lump sum payment on our mortgage when we come out of our fixed term plan on our mortgage, that wasn't set up either. So nothing has been set up. Now we're lucky we didn't go mad spending. Like, we haven't been I haven't had time to spend any money. I've been coming home so tired and honestly just couching on the couch with my girls, watching TV, having some food and that. So today I've actually taken 2 annual leave days because I just needed a break while the girls were in school, just to catch up on stuff, because I feel like the house has just been overwhelming. My finances have just been a mess and I just needed some reset time. And I don't know, if you have kids that are like in the age of activities and all this, my weekends are gone. I'm at dancing, football and swimming on the weekends, and I want to spend time with my kids at the weekend because I'm working so much during the week. So I'm gonna have to find a routine, guys. So this is what this reset is all about. I've really noticed that I'm just very uptight at the moment, and it's because I'm so unorganized. I am used to having my finances in order, knowing what's going on with them. You know, okay, my house is never like spotless, but you know, there's some degree of organization there. And I feel like it's just all getting on top of me. So these 2 days now are like a reset. So if you've been feeling like I've been feeling, this is a really good idea, because yesterday I decluttered a lot of the girls' toys. They came home and they were like, oh my God, it's all gone. And I was like, you don't need it. I don't care. They were like, where is it? I was like, it's in the bin. And and the bin was literally out on the side of the road waiting for the bin truck to come and get it. And I felt great. I got so much done yesterday, and now today is all about sorting my finances. I did manage last week to open my laptop and kind of update my spending trackers a bit, because I wanted to go back to when I last did it, because like guys, I'm a total nerd. I have like the last I don't know how many years spending trackers, and I'm like, I can't break that. So I went back and I filled out from December, and I think I am up to February. So I'm at February, but I took a break because I want to film this. I want to get back to filming as well. So I'm going to film this, and then I'm going to finish doing February, get March up to date, up to where we are now. And then I have a checklist. So I'm literally calling it my financial audit, which is what it is. It is basically this big reset and getting myself back to where I was. I always used to say, you know, I couldn't imagine being stressed about money and a home and other things and everything else. And now I know I definitely couldn't. I know when I have my finances in order, it's one thing that I really don't have to think about. It's one thing that I'm like going, okay, that side of my life is organized. I don't have to think about it. And so then I can concentrate on other things. And I definitely know I need that. So that's where we're going. We are. So if you want to follow along, I'm going to be posting stuff on Instagram as well. So head on over there. If you want to see stories or reels or that, I'll put some stuff up. But yes, I am in the middle of doing my financial audit, and I'll talk you through everything that I'm doing to get myself back on track. So that now we come to the attic, my lovely attic conversion. That's been a bit of a nightmare since the start, shall we say. From being told I needed new roof rafters to that actually being okay, to okay, so the attic 1 year on is not finished. It's not finished, and I'm not even joking. It's not finished. So it is finished in a sense of the building work has finally been complete. And we're in the middle of painting, and unfortunately I went up to paint it 2 weeks ago, last week, I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, and I got pain in my stomach and I had to stop. So I've not actually been fully signed off from the hospital yet. I'm still back in for more scans, so we're still seeing with that situation. But I thought I was okay. I was painting an attic, the roof of the attic, so I thought it would be okay. There wasn't any stretching or anything involved, and no, it ended up really sore. So I haven't been able to finish the painting. But once we get the painting done, then it's just carpet, and we will finally be finished. So what happened? Why has it taken nearly a year for an attic conversion? So just after my last video that I posted, I think it was about 2 weeks after that, our builder was here and he wasn't really feeling well, and he went to hospital, and it turned out that they think he had had a mini stroke. I was like, what? And so he was then off for a few weeks, obviously, to take care of himself. We 100% told him that, like, no rush back. This is not like our only bathroom or our kitchen, or you know what I mean, that we'd be like saying to him, well, can you send somebody else to come and complete it or anything like that. We didn't need that. This was the attic space that we were not in a hurry for, and we just told him, take care of yourself, and, you know, just keep us updated. You know, we don't mind that. We just want to know you're well. So a few weeks later, I was talking to him, and he said he was coming back to work, but he would be having people with him. He couldn't do the labour that he was doing, and he was going to have people with him. But unfortunately, when this had happened, because he was out sick, he also had other jobs on. So he was in a few different places doing a few different things. So it was very mishmashed. He'd be here one day, he wouldn't be here the next day. He'd be here 1 week, he wouldn't be here the next week. So it ended up taking a good few months to get to the stage where it was finished. And even then, we hadn't got the tiles around the sink finished till just a few, 2 or 3 weeks ago. But yeah, so like between his health and my health, yeah, it just didn't get done. So he had got it finished before Christmas, except for the little bit of tiling around the basin of the sink. But we weren't in a position to get up and paint it ourselves then, with me being sick, my husband running around. There's been a lot of things happened that we haven't managed to finish the attic. But I'll put in a little clip of where we are at the moment, and you can see we're getting there. So here we are. This is the stage we're at the moment. Before I got sick, I did a whole primer because it was fresh plaster, so we did a primer coat. Then my husband did an undercoat on the ceiling, but when we seen it, it was like, actually, like, it really needs another coat. So that's what I was doing. I've done another coat on the ceiling there just the other week, and now I'm actually deciding whether to leave it white or to put a colour on it. But this is the stage that we're currently at. So all our units are back in. We have access doors then here on both sides. Loads of plug points here for a desk and that. And then I'll turn you around and show you then. You come up, there's 2 doors here. So this is the door down the stairs, and here is our bathroom. So here's just a quick look. I'm not going to put on the light because we're going to have a fan. Sorry, this has been me painting and cleaning. So I've just gotten the first coat of white here. These were the few tiles that took like forever to finish. And that's it. So yeah, I will definitely show you the finished room when that happens. When will that be? I am unsure. And I think this is the worst thing about it being an attic, is we're not in a rush to use this room. So it's just kind of been put on the long finger. So we'll see. As soon as I'm feeling a lot more better, I will get up and start painting. And then I'm very happy though that is completely decluttered now. The best thing about it was clearing it all out. So now only we'll be going back up in the attic what we actually want to go up there. And then the next projects after that will be the bedrooms. So I think I have caught you up on absolutely everything that has gone on in my life over the last few months. If you're still here with me, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one, and hopefully the next video will not be so far away. Thank you guys. Bye.